I created this incredible marketing ad for a business using just one tool. I started off by generating some reference images. I then took those images and used them to generate the full video ad for me. And as you can see, this truly looks incredible. And this was all done using Dreamina Seedance 2.0 inside of Dreamina, which is more of a complete workflow tool, not just a single model. And the timing on this is actually perfect because Dreamina Seedance 2.0 just officially launched in the US and it's free to try and there's no wait list. So in this video, instead of just walking through features, I'm gonna build a few real examples from scratch so that you can see exactly how this works. We're gonna start with the most practical use case first, which is creating a full marketing ad for a business or a client. Then we'll look at how to build multi-scene videos that feel connected. And finally, I'll show you how to take existing content and completely transform it using remix style workflows inside Dreamina. So by the end of this, you'll know exactly how to go from a simple idea to something that actually looks connected and ready to use. Now, when you first open up Dreamina, this is what you're gonna see. You've got AI image, AI video, avatars, and even an AI agent that can help automate parts of your process. You can also access everything you've created in the Assets tab right here. And then of course, you've got the main prompt box here. Now, the first thing we're going to create is a full marketing ad for a business or a client. So for this example, let's say that we are working with a premium coffee brand, right? We want this marketing ad to feel like a real ad that you would see online, not just a random AI generated clip. Now, the way this is gonna work is instead of trying to generate the full video right away, we're gonna start by building out a few strong visuals that we can use as the foundation for the video. Now, if you already have real product images, you can obviously use those here instead, especially if you've got a few different angles to work with. And as a quick side note, this also works just as well for service-based businesses. The difference is that instead of showing a product, you would just create visuals that represent the service instead. Now, for this example, in this video, we don't have any real images of the product, and so we're gonna generate them first. So I'll click on AI image and just make sure that you're using the Dream 5.0 Lite model for all of your image generation. And so let's head over here to AI image and start creating our product images. Now, for your image prompt, what you don't wanna do is type in something like a product on a table or like, a coffee cup on a table. That's just not enough detail to get a good result. Instead, try to actually describe the full scene. And so things like how it looks, how it's lit. All of those small details are what's going to give you really great output. So for this example, we're working with a premium coffee brand. I'll be a bit more detailed and type in something like a matte black coffee mug on a wooden table, soft natural lighting, minimal background, close-up product focus, premium look. And just like that, there we have it. Now, I'm gonna generate a few more variations here. And so maybe a couple of different angles, slightly different lighting, just enough to give us a small set of visuals that feel consistent. All right, so now that we've got a few solid images to work with, now it's time to create the video. From here, I'll jump over to AI video and make sure that you select the Dreamina Seedance 2.0 model. And I'm just gonna go ahead and bring these images in that we just generated. And this is where things start to really come together. Instead of generating just one random clip, we can actually turn these images into a full sequence using the omni-reference feature. And this part's very important because omni-reference is what actually lets you control the final output of your video down to the exact detail. Because without references, the model is basically just guessing. And you'll end up with clips that look completely different from each other. You won't be able to use these clips together because they look way too different. But when you feed in specific references, you're giving it visual anchors to work from. And so instead of just relying on the prompt, you're saying, use this specific product, use this environment, and even use this character if you want a person in your final output. By doing this, you keep everything consistent across all of your generation. And so, for example, if I only gave it one image of the product, it might do things like change the background, the lighting, or even start adding in small details between generations. But by giving it multiple images with different angles, slightly different setups, I'm basically locking in how this should look. This way, when I start generating multiple clips, they actually match, and I can then use them together without it feeling disconnected. Because that's really the goal here, not just to generate one good clip, but to generate multiple clips that you can then actually piece together into a full video. So in our case, we're not just throwing in random images, we're giving it the product, the environment, and the key visuals that we want to stay consistent. So from here, I'll describe how I want this ad to play out, and I'll plug that into the prompt with those references. Once that's done, I'll go ahead and generate this, and you'll see that this turns into something that actually looks like a real video. Take a look. And keep in mind, this all came from just a few images that we generated just a few minutes ago. Now, where this gets really powerful is variation. You're not locked into just one version. You can take the same product and completely change how it's presented by just making small adjustments to your prompt while still using those same reference images as earlier. So for example, this first version is more, I would say, clean and minimal, but I can take that same setup and make it more darker, perhaps a little bit more contrast heavy, and overall just make it more dramatic by changing perhaps the lighting or the environment in the prompt. I can generate a new image that has a darker tone to it and then use omni-reference to reference that as my environment. So I'll generate another version here, and now you can see how that one change completely shifts the look and feel of the video. It's the same product, the same base setup, just a different style because I made a few adjustments to the reference. And you can repeat this to create multiple variations without having to start from scratch. You could even take it a step further and create something more lifestyle focused, right? Where the product is actually being used in a real world setting instead of just sitting in a studio. Now, let's take this same idea and apply it to something a little bit different. Instead of focusing on just a product, we're gonna create more of a brand style sequence, something like a coffee ad that shows different moments, right? So maybe one scene is the coffee being poured, another scene is somebody holding the cup of coffee, another is a close-up with steam coming off of it, and then maybe perhaps somebody is drinking the coffee. Just different shots like that, but all connected, and it all feels like it was shot, on the same day. The process is very similar, but this time we're thinking in terms of a sequence instead of just a single subject. So I'll go back into AI image, and we're still using Dreamina 5.0 Lite. And I'm just gonna start generating a few key visuals. But instead of generating different angles of the same product, I'm creating different scenes with different environments while keeping the overall style consistent. The goal here is continuity. We want everything to feel like it belongs in the same video, like it was all shot on the same day. So I'll generate a few different scenes, and just like before, I'm not relying on just a single image. I want a small set of images to work with. And for each scene, I'm thinking about the key elements that I want to stay consistent. And so things like the environment, the overall style, a certain character and how they're dressed or how they look, and anything that shows up across multiple shots that I want to stay consistent. That way, when we turn this into a sequence, everything actually matches and we don't end up with clips that feel disconnected. All right, so now we've got all of our images for all of our scenes, and now it's time to turn this into an actual video sequence. So I'll jump over to AI Video, select Dreamina Seedance 2.0, and bring these images in. And just like before, we're gonna use omnireference to tie everything together. But this time, instead of focusing on how the product looks, we're focusing on how everything flows. So I'll describe things like the transitions from scene to scene, maybe even try and describe the pacing, how one moment leads into the next, things like that. And once I've got my prompt ready with all of my references, I'll go ahead and generate this. So as you can see, this actually feels like a connected sequence from start to finish. It's not just a bunch of random clips stitched together. Well, it technically is, but the difference is that we used omnireference to keep elements consistent across all of the shots, and so it actually looks and feels consistent across each shot. Now, for this last example, I want to show you something a little bit different. Up to this point, we've been creating everything from scratch, generating the images, turning those images into videos, building everything step by step. But a lot of times you don't actually need to start from scratch. You can actually start with something that already works and build from that. And here's what I mean by that, okay? Let's say, for example, that you come across a video online that you really like. Maybe it's an ad or like a short form video, something like that. Instead of trying to recreate that entire video from scratch, you can actually use that video as a reference to then create a new video. And this is where omnireference becomes extremely powerful. So what I'm gonna do here is take a reference video, then bring in a new product that I want to replace within that reference video. And from there, I'll describe what I want in the prompt. And so something like keeping the same structure and pacing, but replacing the product in the video with this new product. Then I'll go ahead and generate this. As you can see, it's not just copying the original video. It actually replaced the product in the video with our reference product. And this is where this can become really powerful, because now, instead of coming up with something new every single time you want to make a new ad or a new video, you can take formats that already work and adapt them to your own content. And so whether that's with ads or social media content or anything else, you don't have to start from zero anymore. Okay, so now that you've seen how this actually works, let's talk about where this becomes useful in the real world. The biggest use case for sure is businesses and client work. If you're running ads or posting content on social media or creating content for clients, you can use this tool to create high quality visuals without needing a full production setup. I mean, I actually know people personally who are already using tools just like this for this exact purpose, and they're saving thousands of dollars by using AI instead of going with a traditional production. And this is especially important when doing things like running paid ads. You need to be able to quickly make adjustments to perhaps help your ads run better. And with AI, you can generate multiple styles, multiple variations, and just move way faster than you normally would. Another really big use case is content creation. If you're posting on TikTok or YouTube Shorts, or even creating Faceless YouTube videos, you can use this to create content without needing to film anything yourself, without needing to edit anything. I mean, you don't even necessarily have to use your own voice if you don't want to. I can easily see a use case where you start a storytelling Faceless YouTube video, or even a documentary style Faceless channel using a tool like this. Or you could even go the educational route and create some really interesting educational content on YouTube. I mean, the possibilities are truly endless here. And beyond that, there's just the general use case of this, right? Whether it's with personal projects of yours or for just experimenting. This gives you a way to quickly create things that would normally take a lot more time and effort. So overall, hopefully this gives you a clear idea of how Dreamina Seedance 2.0 actually works, and more importantly, how to use it in a way that produces content that actually looks good. If you want to try this tool out for yourself, I'll leave a link down below to it in the description. And again, Dreamina Seedance 2.0 is available right now in the US, free to try with no wait list. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop them down below. Hey, I appreciate you so much for staying and watching. And as always, I will see you again in the next video. Take care.